joined by Trish Derwin, who is our training officer. And Trish, you're very welcome today. Maybe tell us a little bit about your role in the organisation.
Okay, so I have been a member of CGI for quite a number of years, and now my role currently at the moment, my role would be National Training Commissioner. I also have my own unit where I am the unit leader. I have also held the role of Ranger Commissioner.
Very good. And tell me about the kind of training courses that you've put together or available for guiders.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily put them all together, but I would have been, we've thoroughly reviewed them. So we're putting together a more up-to-date, I suppose, one. Because of COVID, a lot of things changed. So the first kind of training that you get as a young leader, or indeed anybody who comes forward to be a leader, would be what we call step one. So step one would entail learning all about the organisation, about the guiding, about what else would there be, about administration, all about young people at our international events, our guiding light, and all about our ceremonies. Then there's other training that we have to do all the time, which is our CPA. So that's a compulsory training. As of from 2023 this year, we have to do that every 3 years. And that's compulsory that we have to do. So they're the compulsory levels that we have to do. It's recommended that we all do our first aid training and keep it up to date, and that takes place in our region, possibly, I think it's every 2 years now we do that. The next kind of training that we would do would be what's called the step 2 training. So the step 2 training is not necessarily learning about guys, it's about you, so having fun, and but we possibly would have some kind of an element of training in it, which would mean, for instance, our last one, which took place last year, that we had cyberbullying. And it's about having fun yourself and getting something back from guiding yourself. That would be our step 2. Not a compulsory level, recommended though. It's great fun, and it's where you meet others and get new ideas and form friendships and partnerships with other units. Then we have what's called Andúshlán. So Andúshlán is another part of it. Again, it's not compulsory, but recommended. Andúshlán is all about challenge. So the Andúshlán would be about challenging yourself to give back. So currently that is going to be run next year in March, along with our step 2. We're just really trying to catch up since COVID. So every second year, either the step 2 would take place, and then Andúshlán. But next year we have both running on the same weekend, just so we can catch up. So about that one would be about giving back to the organisation, and we would give kind of a list of criteria or ideas that you might want to do. So, for example, anything that you do would be put up on our OGM so that people can access it and learn from it too. So we would have ideas like something about the environment, about the outdoors, camping, hiking, sailing, about our EDI team, which is a reasonably new team. That's equity, diversity, and inclusion. So step 1 is done in your region. The step 2 and Andúshlán is done on the national. Since COVID, we were doing the training online. Now, it worked in some ways, but I don't think people get as much out as if we meet face to face. So we're kind of trying a hybrid, if you like to call it that.
And child protection and first aid, then, are they usually done at a region?
They are done in your region.
Yeah, perfect.
They're held in your region.
Great. Okay. So you'll get to know loads of people from your area then.
Yeah,
great. Yeah.
And it's an awful lot of learning from that as well, because
Absolutely.
Some people think they're all out there on their own, which they're not. They never are. There's always a backup for them and somebody for them to talk to and chat to about.
And obviously with the change of COVID, everything was online, and now, as you say, it's hybrid. Has that worked better then for people? Because I know, like, initially, step 1, I think, used to be a full weekend. So is that still the case, or are you doing some of them on Zoom and then you bring people together for a day or something like that? How does it work?
I know that this one in the Eastern region has now been done partially face-to-face and partially on Zoom. So see how that goes, and it possibly will stay that way. People are fresh, people are going to college, they're working, their busy lives, and giving up an hour in the evening when they're having to travel anywhere. Shoal Bridgean and guide leader training is done at regional level. For instance, we'll always ask at the end of your training, how it went. I suppose when we do our evaluation, what other kind of training do you think you'll need? What do you see yourself facing in the future? So like things that have come out from the past is like, children who have autism, how to include them in things, how to children who have a behaviour difficulty or cognitive. But like we'll always run courses or seminars or days that based on what people are interested in or what they need really. So we are an all-inclusive organisation. We now have our EDI team, which are striving towards putting together some training for leaders that need it. Our conference next year will be based on all about diversity and inclusion and equity. So we'll be doing a nice weekend on that as well. So
fantastic, Trish. Thanks a million for talking to us today. Really appreciate all the work you do.